Hello, my dear students. Today we'll go for the chemistry class 11, unit 1 chapter Laws of Chemical Combinations. Hi, my dear students. This is Vedamurthy. Chemistry and pharma related topics I'm bringing in these videos. Please, if not anybody subscribes, please subscribe the channel and watch this video till end. Then you will learn all the 5 laws. Thank you very much. Now we'll go for one by one. Let's come on start. The laws of chemical combinations. So, so this is the one chemical combinations to form any compounds. The combination of elements should governed by the following 5 basic laws. One is law of conservation of mass. Second one is law of definite proportions. Third one is law of multiple proportions. Fourth one is Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. And the fifth one is Avogadro's law. Come, we'll discuss one by one each law. Who is the proposed scientist? What is the statement? If any examples are needed, I'll give the examples also along with that. So now we'll go for the first law, law of conservation of mass. The law of conservation of mass was given by Antony Lavoisier in 1789, and he performed a very careful experimental studies for combustion reactions, and he reached the conclusion that in all physical and chemical changes there is no net change in mass during the process. Hence, he concluded that the matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. So this is called the law of conservation of mass. Based on this law, many later development experiments happened in chemistry. This was the result of exact measurement of masses of reactants and products and carefully planned experiments which was performed by Lavoisier. The second law is law of definite proportions. Sometimes this law of definite proportion is also called law of definite composition. So why? Because we'll study. This law was given by French chemist Joseph Proust. Joseph Proust stated that a given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. As per Joseph Proust, he given the law of definite proportions. He stated the law that a given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. Proust worked with 2 samples of cupric carbonate, of one which was natural source and another one is a synthetic source. He found that the composition of elements present in the both was same. See here in one table you can observe that one. The natural sample, the percentage of copper is obtained 51.35, and same synthetic also same 51.35, and the percentage of carbon is in natural sample 9.74 and synthetic sample is 9.74, and final the percent of oxygen is 38.91% in both the cases, in the both source of the cupric oxide. So thus he concluded, based on the above, irrespective of the source, a given compound always contains the same elements combined together in the same proportion by mass. The validity of this law was confirmed by various experiments. This law is also referred to as a definite composition. So now the third law, law of multiple proportions. The law of multiple proportions was proposed by Dalton in 1803. According to him, if two elements can combine to form more than one compound, the masses of one element that combine with a fixed mass of the other element are in the ratio of small whole numbers. Say for example, hydrogen combines with oxygen to form two compounds. One is water and another one is hydrogen peroxide. If he done the experiment with hydrogen 2 grams, then he added to 16 gram of oxygen, finally he got a compound water that is 18 gram. So 2 grams of oxygen, 2 grams of hydrogen and 16 gram of oxygen added together, and finally he got a product water that is 18 gram. Same way, he kept the constant for hydrogen 2 gram, he added to the oxygen 32 grams. Then you got the product hydrogen peroxide having 32 gram. The mass of oxygen in these above two examples 16 gram and 32 grams, which combine with a fixed mass of the hydrogen 2 gram. And this bears a simple ratio 16 is to 32 or 1 is to 2. The fourth law is Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. This law was given by Gay-Lussac in 1880. He observed that when gases combine or produced in a chemical reaction, they do so in a simple ratio by volume, provided all gases are at the same temperature and pressure. Thus, 100 ml of hydrogen combine with 50 ml of oxygen to give 100 ml of water vapor. So he added hydrogen 100 ml to oxygen 50 ml. Finally, he got a water 100 ml, that is water vapor. Thus, the volumes of hydrogen and oxygen which combine to form water having a simple ratio 2 is to 1. Gay-Lussac's discovery of integer ratio in volume relationship is actually the law of definite proportions, and stated earlier was with respect to the mass. The Gay-Lussac's law was explained properly by the work of Avogadro in 1811. And the final law is Avogadro's law. In 1811, Avogadro proposed this law. He proposed that equal volumes of all gases at the same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. If we consider again the reaction of hydrogen and oxygen to produce water, we see the two volumes of hydrogen combine with one volume of oxygen to give two volumes of water without leaving any unreacted oxygen. You can see the diagram which is having all the things are having equal. So hydrogen, one volume of hydrogen plus one volume of hydrogen, then added to one volume of oxygen. Finally, he got two volumes of water vapor. This is how